17-year-old prodigy defeated Hikaru Nakamura in the opening with the reversed London system. An amazing game by Aydin Ashraf against GM Hikaru that will teach us a very useful setup for the black pieces. This game happened in the 8th round of title Thursday, and Hikaru is playing with the white pieces. He kicks off with pawn to d4. We are going to have a brief look at the game to see what happened, and then we analyze this setup in depth. Hikaru plays d4, we have d5, knight to f3, knight to f6, and he just plays e3. He's trying to avoid the main lines and maybe going for c4, maybe going to b3, but Aydin just says c6. I'm just going to play the reverse London. Let's see what happens. c4, bishop to f5, knight to c3, and we have e6. This is the reverse London system. Basically, we are playing the London system with the black pieces. Hikaru goes for the 2 bishop, which is a good idea. He takes the 2 bishop. But from now on, black is very solid. White has 2 b's, 2 bishop, as Hikaru very like to say it, 2 b's. But from now on, it's very hard for white to castle because this h line is open. Black can build up attacks on this h2 pawn. So Hikaru just wants to play rook b1 and start an attack on the queen side. Aydin says you can do whatever you want. And here Hikaru just closes the center. He wants to launch an attack on the queen side. He says, let's just prevent it by pawn to a5, a3, trying to play b4, but black just simply plays pawn to b5, trying to close the queen side. And if you take, I will just take it back with the queen, and I'm controlling the queen side. Hikaru plays b4, which is not the best idea. And after a takes b4, he goes for a very risky idea. He goes for rook takes b4, and he wants to open the queen side. That's basically what he wants in this position. He wants to open. But Aydin says, okay, I'm just going to play e5. Now that you exchange this knight, you lose the control over center, so I can just play e5, opening up the center and use these dark color squares. And in this position, Hikaru just made a blunder. It's a blunder, but it comes from the strategy of white. White wants to play on the queen side, and he just opens up very fast in the queen side. But his lacking development allows black to just play queen a5. And with queen a5, it's a very serious attack. If you go backward, then I can just simply take it. I have knight e4, and it's basically losing position. But Hikaru says, okay, everything is okay. I'm having everything under control. But black says, no, you don't. Just by knight takes c5, sacrificing a knight. I guess it can be a brilliant move. Why not? Bishop takes c5. I don't know why chess.com doesn't give this move a brilliant move. Maybe it's about, like they say as jokes, it's about chess mafia. Of course, I'm kidding, but knight c5 was a brilliant idea. Okay, bishop to c5, attacking this. The rook has nowhere to go, and if you just, it basically doesn't have anywhere to go. Yeah, all of these squares are covered, so you cannot go anywhere. So bishop a3 only move, and black just simply castles. Says, I have the threat of d4, and I'm going to win this game. And this rook still cannot move. d4 is coming, and basically white is lost in this position. He should have played bishop takes b5, a nice idea. So if rook cb5, rook b5, nice idea. But after bishop b5, even that loses to rook b8. Black is just going to win the piece back. But in the game, Hikaru just plays king d1, seeing nothing against this d4 coming. This is just going to kill white. He just plays king d1 to go out of this pin. But after that, black just simply plays d4, says, welcome to another line of this game. And after e takes d4, we have e takes d4, knight to a2. White is just, if you just look at the position, it's just lost. Knight to e4, trying everything. And we don't need the rook yet, maybe later. He just goes king c1. Basically, everything wins for black. Knight takes f2. He just goes queen c7. Maybe now he wants to take here. Maybe he wants to take here in very near future. Queen to f3. Bishop takes b4. Bishop takes b4 and c5. Now, basically, it's just about how to checkmate white's king. He takes on e4. C takes b4. And now this king is very weak. King comes here. b3. All of these pawns, rooks, open files. It just wins for black. After here, we have rook takes a4, knight takes b3, and rook f2 a8. Black just wants to checkmate. Hikaru tries to defend. Bishop b5 maybe was the best idea. Still in the game, he just plays queen d3, rook b4. And then we have king to b2, queen to a5 using this pin. Queen comes in, queen gives a check, wins the rook, wins the queen. Hikaru continues. His main idea is to flag black, but these heavy pieces is just going to checkmate white. And white resigned in view of, if you go here, maybe f6 check, in here rook check, and after here black just checkmates with queen f7. So we see the game, this is what happened. Hikaru over pushed in the opening with this a4 idea and then got punished by this queen a5. But it's not the whole system. It's not the whole what's the whole system all about. I wanted to tell you this reverse London system, you can use it against many setups. Like when your opponents are playing lazy in the opening, they play g3, bishop g2, sometimes double fianchetto, sometimes just playing c3, or many kind of setups. You can just put bishop f5, knight f6, e6, c6, knight to d7, very solid, and you're prepared for everything. It's like in some games I saw players like playing this with black and okay, castle, I'm just going to play c6. And even if white goes for c4, we don't care. And if we allow you play h6, put the bishop on d6 or e7, and black is completely okay. Like even engine now, and whenever queen b3 comes, we just go for queen b6. It's basically London with the black pieces. Very nice, very easy. You don't need to spend a lot of time. And in the game, what happened was e3. As I told you, you can play it against many other lines. We have c6, c4, and bishop to f5. So you gotta play the non-main line, so it's very good to play like this. Of course, if you're a Slav player, it suits you very well against also Queen's Gambit mainline positions. e6, we have this, and knight h4. Okay, white can go for other ideas, but we just need some h6, knight d7. So this is a serious try by Hikaru. He just wants to get an opening advantage, get the two Bs, and like go for an attack, but. And let's see if he just plays like with bishop b2, black goes knight d7. And it's really, white needs a very big dare to just go castle, because after that black just plays bishop d6 and all of the lines are open. Black can go queen e7, queen c7, or castle long. And if you go h3 in any position, g5, queen to e7, castle, g4, opening up everything, it will be a very difficult position for white to play. So this is also not working. Like I don't know how to play it with white. Maybe bishop d2. Of course, engine prefers two bishop, but it's just very solid. And if white just goes bishop d2 in some position, you can also crack open the center with c5. In the game rook b1, we saw knight d7, c5, which is not a good strategical idea. Maybe g3, bishop g2. I don't know. I really like to play this position. What do you think about it? I really like to play this position with the black piece, because black knows what to do. Black is very solid, and whenever you push c5, e5, in some positions I might push. So it's a very easy position for, and this bishop is also not very active. So he plays c5, is trying to use the two Bs on the queen side, but then this black could have played e5 even here. It's not that b5 is the best. Actually, engine says it's an inaccuracy, but it is not. It's a good move. If you take it, then just queen takes b6, controlling everything. Maybe it's a try. Maybe it's a try for white. Just go for this knight a4 kind of positions. But black is okay. Black is okay. White cannot castle yet. I mean, black should be okay. Queen can go to other spots also. In the game, it goes b4, and after a b4, maybe a b4 was a better try, but black has the open line. He can go knight d4, he can go bishop b7. Whenever black wants, he can castle, but for white, it's not easy. Knight d4 f5 plans is even, engine suggested it says it's marvelous, you can play it. But if you don't like, you can just go bishop b7. And after rook b4, what we have is, even here e5 work that he played. Okay, white should have played something else like bishop e2, but once again bishop e2. Who dares to castle here for white? I don't know. You should have played g3 and then castle and hope for the best, but black has the initiative in this position, I guess. And he just goes for a4. He wanted to open the lines. He knew that if he doesn't open it now, then he might run into problems, but he ran into problems right now with queen a5. Black had other ideas like e4, but this knight c5 was enough. And after that, he just played a very good game. I know him, and he's a very, very good tactician, very good chess player. His rating is 3,160. An amazing game by him. I hope you can use this setup in your games. If you even don't like London, just know this setup. It will help you against many non-main lines, many rare lines, many just lines that players are playing very lazily, very slowly. This setup will help a lot for black, because you know exactly what you do, and that's the best thing in the chess game. Enjoy chess and life.